Hello everyone, Manathrall here, and welcome to a video I haven't done for a very long time, which is a hardcore Iron Man update video. The reasons why I haven't done these in a very long time, I have no idea to perfectly tell you. Usually what I would do is I just, as I would do a quest guide, I'd just say, hey, this is what my Iron Man did. But it's not really an Iron Man update, so I want to give you an update. I want to show you guys a bit more what's going on, because now we have different things within RuneScape to actually show you guys different types of progress. So for starters, I will say this: my achievements are not really going through yet, mostly because they do raise a little bit here and there, but mostly that is because right now my primary target is to try to get as much questing done as I possibly can. For a couple reasons. Number one, this way you guys get more quest guides. I know a lot of people seem to really enjoy the quest guides I do. So I do like to try to get them out, and I'm trying to get them more and more efficient for you guys. Which should be getting more efficient here pretty soon, because I believe this weekend I'm going over a contract with my editor. Well, hopefully to be editor, so hopefully that'll actually really help things out with a little bit more information for you guys when it comes to doing quest guides. But so we're going to do an update today. Push all that aside, we're going to do an update today on the Iron Man account. Alright, so thanks to some of the updates they have, I just want to get that out of the way. Some of the updates they have, we can now actually show this. And I'm actually going to go over a lot of the aspects of this. Now, this is going to be a longer video because I haven't done one of these in so long. So right now, my rune score is 4,700, which I don't know what the max is. But as you can see, currently, for this account, anyway, this is just for this account, I actually have some. Oh, wow. I almost have this one too. The 3 heads are deadlier than 1-3, which is 25 KBD kills. But I have, as far as skills go, I have 298 out of 498, which to me seems quite substantial, but there is a lot here that I am missing, like fletching, which is the criminal minds, each of the listed crossbow bolts, which is something I want to actually do. I don't know how those are done because I haven't enchanted any of those for the criminal. Oh, because it's not just the criminal, it is also the regular bolts, so I got to keep that in mind. Yeah, there's so many achievements here I didn't get yet, but I got 298 out of 498. Now, if you guys want to, let me know what you guys want to see. Like, I can actually go into the different achievements that I currently have and show you guys, as well as, other different aspects of the game. But as for exploration, I have 288 out of 776. That is less than half. At least with the other one, I am over halfway done. But this one is less than half, which has the achievement diaries in them, which I really want to get the achievement diaries done. Combat is a pathetic, and I mean pathetic, 19 out of 553. Some of these are simple, but some of these are very hard. Like, some of these are bosses, but the other one is kill a boss goblin in the goblin village, and I still have not even done that one yet, which makes me feel really, really noobish. Minigames, I'm not overly excited about this one because a lot of minigames are dead. Let's face it, a lot of minigames are dead, and a lot of people see no point, as well as I do. Some fixes need to be done to minigames, but I have 20 out of 58. Miscellaneous, I don't even know what this all really entails, but I have 14 out of 104. I do have a couple clan ones, and those I actually should kind of get done. And completionist, I have 34 out of 301. So you can see I am primarily a skiller when it comes to this game. That's just for achievements. There's there is the summary, but as you can see, even here, as far as questing goes, I'm pretty far from a questing cape, but I'm also pretty far from everything except having a max cape, which is actually still pretty cool and is still quite the achievement. So for those of you who do have that kind of stuff, don't feel bad. It is still pretty awesome. Alright, so now we will get into my character himself. We have a total level of 2,374. I'm pretty proud of that. 132 combat, 170 million and 205,000 XP. Currently a member, soon to be VIP still. The completed quest progression is 129 out of 292. In progress is 0. I don't like starting what I can't finish. And then there is not started of 163 out of 292. So I still have a lot of quests to do and a lot of quest guides to get to you guys. Achievement progress, I am 673 out of 2,290. I would love to see that at least halfway by now, but it is not there. After questing is done, that is when achievements will start going more full scale. I feel like that is actually the best target this way. Questing makes everything easier and more possible. Whether you like questing or not, that is a simple truth. Alright, for combat, attack and strength are both 87. I like keeping them paired up. My defense is maxed. Well, it's maxed level of level 99. It is something I actually did turn off the XP flow to it. This way now the other skills can actually keep progressing. And I forgot to do this again, guys. I'm not used to doing that yet. Range is 91. Pretty darn good if you ask me. Prayer, I kind of train that passively as I am doing combat, but it is 81. So it's pretty decent for being passive, other than trying to get the outfit for it, the skilling outfit for it. Up next is magic with level 97, which hit point, constitution should be my next 99, but then magic is going to be right behind it. Or potentially how Slayer goes. Well, actually, yeah, Slayer is actually on the rise too. So it's between these three right here for my next 99. We have rune crafting at 85. I've been trying to crunch away this one pretty hard because I need to get new magic gear. I am still using hybrid armor, which is pretty bad for this level. Which is actually really hindering my boss fighting capability for the biggest aspect of that. Construction, again, it's another one of those. I have a trick, but it is primarily passive. The one trick I will tell you guys, and I think is a very good idea to do, if you do not like construction and you hate how you have to spend so much money, do that with shifting tombs. Have it as your only skill set. This way you are receiving money from the urns and you're receiving XP overall for just construction, which will really help boost your construction level pretty quick. You'll make money and you have no expenditures. Unless you want to build something in your house, that is basically how I handle it. Then we have Dungeoneering at a whopping 106. I would love to see that higher. I'm hoping to get that to 115 so I can get into the Demu and the Motherlode Mall. Constitution, we discussed this. This will probably, I want to say between this and Slayer is going to be my next 99, which I'm going to have a little fun at the end of announcing all these skills. I'll have a little competition for you guys. All right. Up next, we have agility. That's level 79. That is one, again, that I train pretty passively. If I have, a daily challenge, I'll do the daily challenge, but usually I actually don't really train it at all, which is kind of a bad idea because there's a lot of shortcuts. And with archaeology coming up, it's very possible there's going to be a lot of shortcuts that pertain to agility to make that skill a lot better. Herblore at a modest 83. It's one of those slow progressing ones for an Iron Man because of getting the secondary ingredients. You kind of really have to go out of your way. But that's going to greatly change once the thieving gets up to the elves, the Profundus elves, because they actually give you a lot of secondary ingredients, including one of the main ones I want to start making, which is the dragon scale dust. I know I could farm dragon scales myself, and I do occasionally if I have to, but if I don't have to, I'm not going to. Up next, we have crafting, which thanks to Big Game Hunter and stuff like that, has become a bit more in the light. Also, thanks to urn stacking, has been getting a bit more attention as well as drops from monsters themselves. Fletching is another one of those that I really want to get up because I want to start making scrimshaws. And scrimshaws, the reason being behind that is I love getting geodes. And I really love getting metamorphic ones because if you were an Iron Man account, you would understand the difficulty you can potentially have if you're not a PVM expert. And I am more of a skiller. Occasionally, I will know what to do in some battles, but knowing what to do versus execution is two different things. My execution when it comes to battles and bosses is not always the best. I even had to rip down actually a boss guide because there was mechanics that I was not aware of, and there's so many better videos for that boss, which is Gregorvik. There's actually a lot of mechanics that I still don't fully understand to that one. So until I can say I've mastered that fight, I will not post a guide up about it. That is my policy. Up next we have Slayer, which I have level 98 Slayer, which a lot higher than I thought and a lot higher than I think I would like almost. Hunter has actually become one of my favorites, all thanks to Big Game Hunter, which is at a pretty good 85 considering I kind of neglected it until very, very recently. So I am very happy about the progression there. Divination, it's at 92. It's one of those things where I will train it after combat. I would go Slayer, Hunter, Divination. So it's after that, but I will train that just basically to get my charges back up. And that's about all I do with it. Thanks to mobile, though, I actually take part in Divination a bit more than I used to, which mobile is pretty sweet, especially for members of the RuneScape community. Mining and smithing have become a dream since the rework. My mining is now a very impressive, to me at least, 95, which means I can basically mine anything I want. And smithing is 92, which is pretty substantial as well. 86 is for fishing, which isn't that bad. And if you do the swarm net, it's actually really good because you can still get sailfish this way. I believe sailfish actually kind of scale to about 10 levels. The closer you get to the level of the fish, though, the more and more frequent you'll get them. Because I was getting one or two here and there at like 83, 84, but now that I've been getting higher and higher, I've been getting sailfish quite more often, which is really helping out Big Game Hunter because I can hunt the other type of the first initial 3. Then we have cooking. Cooking actually is raising mostly thanks to Throne of Miscellanea, to be perfectly honest with you guys, because I have it so I can get some swordfish and tuna raw, and what I do is I sell the tuna back to the Catherby fishing store, and once I do that, I'll get the money for that, but I'll use the swordfish to actually make some profit. Up next we have fire making. So this is one of those skills where I love to hate it. I will take logs that I have for bonfires, I will use those, and that is basically the primary way I actually train that. But it's pretty good for a skill that doesn't have a whole lot to really offer, if you ask me. Woodcutting 85, that's not too surprising, it's right on par with the other two of fletching and fire making. It's a little bit lower because there's so many log drops that you don't need it quite as badly as some other things. Farming is actually level 90. Now this is one that kind of surprised me, but it was mostly all thanks to player-owned farms. And thanks to player-owned farms before the tweaks and the nerfs that, whether we like it or not, makes sense. But thanks to that, you know, I got very high up there. I want to start working on my farms a bit better. But level 90, pretty happy about that. Summoning 80, again, passive. Passive like you would not believe. Because that is one skill that is expensive. It's a pain to train. And I will pretty much probably only ever train it again unless I absolutely need a summons, because I don't use summons. I know some people love them. I just don't use them. I have a hard time using them in boss fights, and because mostly people will say, you know, use a pack yak or something like that, but I suck at it. Then invention's kind of low, but when you consider the XP scale versus the other skills, it's not that bad. But there is some things in there I really need. Like, I want to be able to get to the alchemical onyx, but that's a bit far off yet. Alright, from there we are going to go to the beasts. Now, one reason why I am checking out the beast categories, because I have done some of these bosses. Not all of them, but I have done some of them. So it says I've killed 222 of the Burrs brothers, but I can guarantee I've probably killed more than that. And some of the things that they are showing here, I actually did receive. Like, for instance, my plate body I use is Dorax, but it doesn't show that I actually ever got it. See? Here it just shows that I got these, and that's because those are actually in my inventory, but I actually did get other pieces, guys. Trust me. So the rest of these, I haven't even touched that guy. Chaos Elemental, I can't see a reason to actually go fight him. But I never fought her, but I did get these as other types of drops. Never fought Virago with this account, or Vindicta and Gorvik. Czar, I did get the Fire Cape. I will say that. I got the Fire Cape. That is actually an achievement I'm mildly proud of. But there's no Yakamaru for me, Virago, Viraklith. Now, he looks pretty cool. He looks like the King of Black Dragon. But there's also a way to learn, so that we will check out at another video. Jad I did kill one time. And that was enough for me because I got my fire cape. I was happy with that. Twin Furies, never killed. Telus, not going to probably try. Terraket the Necromancer. He sounds really badass. Never heard of him. But, never killed him. Solak, never killed him. That just sounds like a death wish. Siryu, never bothered, never will attempt eventually. Sanctum Guardian, again, same thing. Queen Black Dragon, that is one I will fight eventually. Next, Angel of Death is one I probably will not try. Next, I probably will try eventually. Because I would like to get the Zyrite Bow for my hardcore account. Masuda, he looks pretty cool. I like his War Spear. I would love to actually go against and defeat him. The Magister sounds pretty sick, but I have not actually got him yet. And he actually has a decent reward table. Legions, I've never fought them yet with any account, though I do actually want to get them eventually. Krill, haven't fought him yet, but I will be fighting him hopefully pretty soon. Well, once I start getting my mage gear and I do the Temple of Senestan and actually get my curses. Kriara, it's another one I want to fight him, but I can't yet. Well, I can, but I want to fight him in the most optimal way. King Black Dragon, killed 21 out of 25 for the achievement, but he's not too bad, especially if your gear consists of the anti-poison on it. So, kind of think of that. If you have that gear and if you have that perk, it makes him pretty easy. Calfight Queen is one I will probably never actually fight unless it's for an achievement, mostly because there's no point. Her drop table is horrible, and there's just no point. Calfight King, way too deadly, and he can one hit, so that's a no. Hellweir, never fought yet, but would actually like to fight Hellweir. Har Arkan, that is one I do want to do eventually, mostly because of the Onyx, and I know if I can master that fight, and if it's actually a safe death for starters, that would be absolutely amazing. Gregovic, I would love to fight this guy, but I have not fought him yet. Giant Mole, sadly I have not, I've never fought him yet. And one of the things I would love to get because of him is the White Lilies. General Gardar, he's one I would love to fight again. He's pretty cool. I love fighting him. And his drops actually aren't that bad. Dagonoth Kings, I've killed 333 of these buggers. And I know I got the Mud Battle Staff before. I didn't get all the pets. Okay, yeah, it doesn't. Again, it shows that I've got nothing. But I do have Dragon Hatchets. I have had the Circle Bow. And I got one of these hatchlings. I want to say it's a Supreme Hatchling. I've gotten the rings. The rings aren't a big deal. But they are needed for some other things. The Crasian Leviathan, it looks cool, but I know it's only the head of it. But still, it looks pretty cool. I want to fight it. Corporal Beast, that's one I probably would never fight. Unless I have to for something. Or there's an easy way to fight it. Commander Zilliana, that's another one I do want to fight, but just haven't been able to get there yet. So next we go into the Slayer creatures. So I've killed about 3,000 Inherent Specters, 25 Orit, because, well, I just didn't or don't have the gear for them yet. I'm not sure how well my guy would fare against them. Ascension creatures almost 15,000. Bloodvelds almost 3,000. Celestials I don't have unlocked. Same with Crystal Shapers. Desert Strike Worm, almost 1,000. That's actually not that bad. I won't read over all of them. I'll just read over the ones that are kind of a big. About 4,500 almost for the gargoyles. Almost 1,500 mutated Jidenkos. Oh, what else do we have here, guys? Almost 1,500 warped tortoises, which is actually not that bad. About 1,500 spiritual mages. That's pretty good money. A little over 1,000 Necreol, which is kind of a waste of time. And the same goes for the jungle strike worm. Almost 200 dinosaurs. That one I'm proud of. And almost 1,000 dark beasts. That's, to me, I'm proud of both of those. And almost 5,500 abyssal demons. That is very substantial. Now for the collection log. Now this is something I do want to fill out as time goes on. But as you can see here, I don't have too much filled out as far as my collection log goes for Ascarnia and Mistalin. And I can actually say that is close to the truth. But, however, with the exception of the Royal Cape. And that's actually on the Goblin Mail. And I believe it's Shade Robes. Daemonheim, I can honestly say, I don't think I've gotten a single one of those. Which, I'm actually very shocked. Feldip, I did get the Hex Crest, and I have about every single one of those keys, even currently in my bank. Fremenic, I believe I only ever got the Staff of Light from this set, so there's actually a lot of work I have to get done. Kandarin, I actually didn't get a lot of the Kandarin either. I never made the Tuska's Mask yet either. I did get the Dark Bow, but I didn't get it from Kandarin, so that is something to keep in mind. You have to get it from the right area. Karamja, as you can see, I got a few whip vines. I also did get some of this here stuff right here before, but guess it didn't count. Keldagrim, yeah, I got the hand cannon, and that's pretty much about it. Caridian Desert, I did get the focus sight quite a few times, so that should be something that's included, but it's not. Ripper Claw, that is something I want to get, and I do have a few key of the crossings. Lost Lands and Dungeons. Black Mask, I believe, is the only thing in here that I'm actually technically missing. Mauritania, I'm actually currently working on this one, but I did get a few things, mostly just the stuffings. Some of my other required items from this has actually been from going to the dungeon. I forget her name. but going to the Slayer dungeon, so that doesn't quite count as far as Mauritania goes. Otherworld, I actually didn't get too much of this stuff either. Maybe I got in Dragon Daggers, but I don't know why. Oh, Dragon Throwing Knives. Those I can honestly say I've never gotten. Yeah, none of that stuff I've never received. Wilderness, this is probably going to be one that is usually bone dry for me, because to go out into the wilderness and actually farm for that stuff, whew. And last but not least, general drops. I'm sure at least these three are much higher than what they show. But as you can see though, I'm actually almost done with the general drops. But that is all I can think of to show you guys for this Iron Man account. But now, I did say something about a special competition for you guys, didn't I? So, this competition, if I get the right thing up. Okay, so for this competition, what I'm going to be doing is I want you guys in the comments down below to guess which 99 is coming up first. Is it going to be Magic, Constitution, and I'm actually showing you the XP intentionally, this way you guys can actually guess. Is it going to be Magic, Constitution, or Slayer. So the whole thing is, which one do you think is going to be coming up first? And the next time I do a video like this, for an Hardcore Iron Man update, should be in the time of the VIP memberships. I should have one of those 99s before VIP is done. So what this means, is why I'm mentioning that, is whoever is correct with the actual skill. And to be fair to you guys, I want you guys to guess approximately how much XP I would have in that skill. The reason why I would like for you guys to guess how much XP is in case more than one person picks Constitution for starters, and then I'd have to go through and figure out who is actually, going to get the reward. So to do that, what I'm going to do is you're going to have to tell me which skill and approximately how much XP. The person closest to the XP will be the victor. So you can exceed over it, but as long as you're the closest one to the XP gained. What you will get is a gold VIP membership. That's right, I am giving away a 1-year membership to RuneScape to the person who wins. Now, how I've done it before in the past is I would give it equivalent to enough bonds. But this time through, I'm actually not going to do that. I will actually be giving whoever is correct a gift card, and I will be giving them the numbers on the gift card. This way, you can actually use it. It makes it a little easier other than shipping it. But so what I will be doing is I will be giving you guys a gift card. If you want to use it for RuneScape, you can use it for RuneScape, but the main thing is it's going to be the equivalent minimum. So people, if you really want to, you can get 1 free year of your RuneScape membership. So I'm getting back into doing free giveaways, as you guys can tell. There's just going to be different things about going on it. And there's something... Oh, that's right. I had another thing I was going to mention. So, I've already mentioned, this is going to be kind of a vlog at the end here. You know what? No. We're going to leave this as it is, and I will have a surprise for you guys in another video. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.